point P is 45 mm above HP, 60 mm behind VP, and 30 mm from RPP. Draw the three principal views of the point. Also, state the quadrant in which it lies. Now he says it is above HP and behind VP. In the previous problem, it was above HP and in front of VP. So that is why it was in the first quadrant. So since it is behind VP and also from RPP, so naturally it should be in the second quadrant. You can see here, this is the origin point. This is, if you come in this side, it is 0 degree. Now you are going it in from here to here, it is 180 degree. So, and this is 90 degree line. So that means you are going to have the second quadrant. So here, and it is also 30 mm from RPP. So when you look from the front view, the profile plane is to the right side to the observer. So obviously this is going to become the right profile plane. And also we can see here, since the planes are transparent, so obviously when you look from the front view, whatever the image which is going to be seen on the vertical plane will be this, which will going to be on the vertical plane. And when you look from the top view, you can see the image will going to be on the horizontal plane, because the top view is perpendicular to the viewing direction. So that will be the horizontal plane. So top view is perpendicular to HP. And when you look from the left side view, we can see the distance. I mean, we can see the image in the right profile plane. And also when you look from the right side view, we can see the image in the right profile plane. So in the last time, when you are considering the first quadrant, it is in front of VP becomes in front of RPP. Now since it is behind VP, so you have to get behind RPP. So we're going to analyze that now. So when you look from the front view, we can see the plane is between the object and the observer. I will repeat, when you look from the front view, the plane, that is the vertical plane, is between the object and the observer. Then when you look from the top view, object is between the plane and the observer. I will repeat, when you look from the top view, the object is between the plane and the observer. So when you look from the left side view, again the object is between the plane and the observer. So when you look from the right side view, the plane is between the object and the observer. So always it should satisfy the condition of observer of the vertical plane. So that means whatever the image which is seen in the vertical plane, on that whatever the observer, how you going to be able to see that image on the vertical plane, that is only because when you look from the front view, the plane is between the object and the observer. The same condition has to be satisfied. That condition will be satisfied only when you look from the right side view. That is, plane is between the object and the observer. So I'll repeat, when you look from the right side view, the plane is between the object and the observer. So hence, what happens is, the condition is 45 mm above HP, 60 mm behind VP. And since we have to look from the right side view, the object is behind RPP. So it should be behind RPP here, because it is behind VP. Now, this is how we can be analyze that the object which you're going to see here, the image what you're going to see in the right profile plane, is the right side view in the second quadrant. Now we will going to analyze with respect to the distances. So when you look from the front view, we can see the distance above HP. So that image, when it is projected, will going to be seen on the vertical plane. So this distance will going to become the 45 mm above HP. And when you look from the top view, we can see the distance behind VP. So this distance of behind VP, when it is projected onto the horizontal plane, it will go to be seen here. So this distance is going to become 60. This distance can be seen in 60. And when you look from the right side view, we can see the distance above HP, and also we can see the distance behind VP. Both we can see, so that we can be able to see here. When you look from the right side view, the distance above HP, which is 45 mm, will be seen in the profile plane here. And also when you look from the right side view, we can see the distance behind VP, so that distance can be seen on the right profile plane here. Okay. Now when you look from the front view, we can see the distance behind RPP can be seen in vertical plane, and also when you look from the top view, we can see the distance behind RPP, which can be seen in the horizontal plane also. So what is the distance behind RPP? It is distance with respect to the right profile plane. It will going to be 30 mm. So from here to here it is 30. Similarly from here to here it is 30, and similarly from here to here is 30. So this is how we will be able to analyze this problem. But now what we need to do is we need to cut it at this point, this line, and then so in the horizontal, in the first quadrant HP is rotated down. So in the second quadrant the horizontal is rotated by 90 degree to the top. That is basically because it will act as the fulcrum. So if it is extended here on this horizontal plane, when the HP is rotated by 90 degree in the first quadrant, so this will HP will go down. Since it is at the fulcrum, so naturally HP will going to go to the top. So that is what the intermediate position says, that the horizontal plane is rotated above the XY line. And then what happens? The right profile plane is also rotated in the clockwise direction, so that you will going to get the profile plane here. But always the profile plane will be with respect to the vertical plane. The vertical plane is being fixed up. Now we will going to see the with the 3 dimension whatever this has been rotated. So that means VP and the horizontal plane both will going to overlap here, and the right profile plane will going to be to the right side of the x1y1 line. So this is the x1y1 line. So then the distance with respect to the profile plane, that is behind RPP, which is seen in VP. See, VP is also above XY line, and also HP is above XY line. You can see both the distances will be above XY line. Then the distance above HP, which can be seen in the vertical plane, you can see the vertical plane is above XY line. So naturally from this point you take 45 mm and you mark this point, which will going to be P dash, because that is the front view. Now when you look from the top view, we can see the distance behind VP. So that distance is in HP. So that distance HP also will be above XY line, because both VP and HP will be overlapping in the second quadrant. So from here you measure the distance of 60 mm and you mark this point, which will going to be small p, because the image is seen on the horizontal plane. So then the distance, now we need to take the profile view. So when you look from the right side view, we can see the distance above HP, that is 45 mm. Even in the profile view also, the distance of 45 mm will going to be considered here itself. Then you draw a horizontal projector from here, so to the profile view. So you're going to get this above HP distance. But now what we want is, we want the in front of VP. In front of VP can be seen in the horizontal plane. Since the horizontal plane is also above XY line, so naturally this will be overlapping with P dash, that is the front view. Then you draw a projector from here to this x1 y1 line, and so then what happens is, the distance of 60 mm which is vertical here will going to come to 60 mm here. So the same 60 mm is to be transferred to the horizontal, so that you will going to get this vertical distance of 60 is transferred to horizontal distance of 60. So that is can be done by drawing at an angle of 45 degrees. Once you draw the 45 degree line and where it cuts the XY line, so then that distance will going to be whatever the distance which is behind VP will be transferred to behind VP in the horizontal, in the right profile plane by the horizontal. So that is the reason why we are giving it an angle of 45 degrees. And then from here you project this to the side view, where you have the front view. On that line you will going to get the side view, and you mark this point as P double dash. So this is how we can be able to analyze the problem in second quadrant. We will going to take up the solution in the how to do it in the sketchbook. So to do that, first we will going to draw the XY line and also x1 y1 line with a thin line. Then you mark the vertical plane which is above XY line, and HP is also above XY line. Since VP and HP is overlapping, so HP you write it in bracket. That is basically because that HP is rotated. Then right profile plane will be to the right of the vertical plane, so you're going to get this x1 y1 line. So you mark VP, HP and RPP. Then the distance with respect to the profile plane, which is 30 mm, that is the distance behind RPP, is seen in both VP and HP. Both VP and HP is above XY line. So from here you measure the distance of 30 mm and you draw a vertical thin projector. The distance above HP, which can be seen in vertical plane is above XY line. You can measure the distance of 45 mm from XY line. Measure the distance of 45 mm and mark this point. So this point will going to become small p dash. The distance behind VP, which can be seen in HP. So HP is also above XY line. So from here you measure the distance of 60 mm and you mark this point, and you mark this point as small p. Then where you have the front view, on that line you are going to get the side view. So you draw a vertical projector from the front view to the profile view, so that whatever the distance which is 45 mm above HP, which can be seen in the vertical plane, can also be seen in the profile plane. And then the distance behind VP, which is vertical here, has to be transferred to horizontal. So draw a 45 degree line adjacent to HP, because HP is also above XY line. So your 45 degree lines also will be above XY line. And then draw a vertical projector from the top view, draw a horizontal projector from the top view to the 45 degree line. Then what happens? The distance behind VP, which is 60 mm, which is vertical here, has transformed to this distance of 60 mm. Then when you draw a 45 degree line adjacent to HP, then you measure, when you project this point from this point, you project this onto the 45 degree line. Then what happens? Whatever the distance which is behind VP, which is 60 here, has been transferred to this distance, which is 60 mm. Then where you have the front view, on that line you're going to get the side view. So once you are already drawn the horizontal projector from the front view, and then once you take this from this point which is taken on 45 degree, then whatever the distance which was here, which has been transferred to horizontal distance, and then you project this point directly onto the horizontal plane, which is extended from the front view. So you are going to get this point, and you mark this point as P double dash. Then give the dimensions of above HP of 45 mm, behind BP of 60 mm, behind RPP of 30 mm. So this is how you will be able to analyze this particular problem in the sketchbook. You can be able to draw this sketch in the sketchbook. And this point P, so also state the quadrant in which it lies. So the point capital P lies in second quadrant, because in the second quadrant VP will be above and HP will also be above and RPP to the right side.